Hello and welcome to today's stream, and today it's an exciting one because not only are we playing F1 2021, and not only are we playing Portimao, which is finally here, we're also on camera on stream. It has been a while since we've done on stream camera. For a while my computer would sit here, which means there really wasn't a way to do the camera because the screen was facing that direction. But change up things a little bit. We got the computer right here in front of us, meaning we can use the camera in the stream, and I'm just so excited for it. You guys can sort of see my very basic streaming setup, which was not intended to be this way with what we purchased, but last year when my brother moved in, I thought, it was going to be a little temporary setup, but I never really got anything more permanent. So kind of what we got, but either way, you can sort of get a feel for that. So there's plenty of things that are in this game that is new besides Portimao. We have the Aston Martin safety car tracks where that is used in the real season, which is pretty cool. Of course, this year, the safety car duty has been split between Mercedes and Aston Martin, which is a pretty cool feature. They fixed some crashing issues and improvements on Xbox. I know they had a patch for different PlayStation issues before, so work on improving on both consoles. Of course, they have little different needs. An issue where a race could end after first lap in two-player career. I never encountered that issue when my brother and I played, but I guess that was an issue. MFD could pop up when tire wear reached 20% increments. Users not able to enter the pits with heavily worn engine damage. Okay. Race strategy practice programs locked to standard fuel mode to bring in line with current regulations. Of course, they changed regulations last year. I believe going into Belgium, they changed the regulations to engine modes, and you could only run on certain ones at a certain amount of time. I know they changed that. It was an issue that Red Bull had with Mercedes or something. One of those things that happens, and you kind of forget about it. The HDR peak would not change, apparently. Quitting in the front end. Oh, crash. Quitting to the front end after negotiating a contract two-player career. Crash while viewing standings after retiring from a league. Devil camera helmets displays correctly. Crash when negotiating their current team after rebooting two-player career. Issue where ERS toggle input could not be recognized. Sick. So if we open the URL, is there anything else? What the hell? What's new port? Okay, so this is what the Aston Martin safety car looks like. That's pretty cool. Oh, so these are the tracks that you will see the Aston Martin at: Bahrain, Monaco, Canada, France, Britain, Netherlands, Singapore, Russia, Japan, Australia, Saudi Arabia when it's added, and Abu Dhabi. So that means that these are the tracks also in real life that you would see this safety car. Obviously, Singapore, Japan, and Australia are all tracks that are not on the calendar. So whatever the replacements for those in real life, assumably, is what you would see the Aston Martin at. So I'm assuming probably Turkey you will see it at, and whatever track is yet to be announced. Of course, those tracks are not in the game. The ones like Turkey and whatever's later to be announced. But Saudi Arabia will come out in a few weeks. There's also performance updates to the cars. So Portimao is going to be very fun. I cannot wait to jump in and play that. Autodromo International do Algarve, otherwise known as Portimao. Valtteri Bottas put Mercedes on pole for this year's Portuguese Grand Prix. Decisive victory for Lewis Hamilton. 29 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen. This is also the track where Lewis Hamilton won his 92nd F1 race, setting the record for the most wins. So basically, if you have a career mode that you're playing, it won't be in that season, but when you go to do another season, the next season, like season 2, season 3, whatever, Portimao will be in it. So that'd be kind of cool. Here's some pictures from Portimao. We got the AlphaTauri. Aston Martin, we got a Red Bull overlooking the whole track. Very, very cool. Of course, we do have Imola coming out and Saudi Arabia. I'm assuming later in the week, month, whatever. That's what I meant to say, month, not week. So I want to do a time trial first. I want to get out there and I want to try Portimao. So I don't think they've changed any liveries. I know some cars added some sponsors. You're supposed to find out McLaren does not have Tezos. So we have not seen any sponsorship additions to the cars. Of course, they do add those throughout the year. So we might see that at a later date. But yeah, Portimao time trial. This is going to be fun. Hopefully Portimao is on the calendar for next season. So here we go. Ooh, track limits there. Okay. A little bit of a let off of the throttle there. Here we go. Full speed down the straight. Portimao being a track that obviously was not intended to be on the calendar in 2020, but oh god, that's a tight turn. Became a track on the calendar when they had to try and make up some spots for the Rona cancelizations, and it became a thing this year as just a track that was on the calendar. It was an open slot. And Portimao filled that slot. Oh. Little slide there. Alright, tires are heated up now very much from that spin. Now, I have played Portimao before in Project Cars, but the F1 game's a little more, I feel, realistic to some of these tracks than maybe Project Cars was. And also, I was racing a Corvette. Now I'm racing an F1 car. Stay on the track there. All right. Here we go down the hill, back up onto the main straight. We've done one lap of Portimao, and gotta say, that was wild. All right, on the brakes, into the corner, hit the curb a little bit. We lose some time compared to ourselves from the previous lap. Take that corner slightly better, but somehow my previous lap time wasn't invalidated there, but that time it was. Or it could have just been that I already had an invalid lap time. It didn't matter. Late on the braking there, that's for sure. way off course that time. Slight braking there. Oh god, I got on the gravel. Big spin. Big spin for sure. That was not what I wanted. Oh no. Shit. Alright, here we go. Down the hill. My tires are fucked. I can see why they've rated this track as hard. It's definitely not an easy track. Looking at the layout, you would think it's a semi-similar to Spain kind of track. It's got that similar look. But it is not like Spain. Alright, here we go down the straight. Once again, on the brakes. This time we're going to hit this corner up nicely. Well done on that turn that time. I don't know if I have to brake there. I really don't know. It's hard to... This corner's been giving me a lot of problems. I don't think you gotta brake there either. I don't know the braking points yet. Here we go, on the curb just a little bit. Don't want to get on the curb too much though, you'll spin it out. Alright, let's see if I can do a lap without having track limits this time. Down the hill, that's such a great spot. Such an awesome turn. And now here we go. Beating our old time that we set by a good amount. And now we have to beat our last lap. So on the brakes through here. Can we get a valid lap time? That's the real question. A little wide there. Not going to be invalidated, though. Surprisingly. Here we go. On the brakes, hard into the corner. A little bit wide there, but still going to be allowed to do it. Invalid lap time? Bruh. How was that an invalid lap time? I just want to go back to where my lap time was invalid real quick. Alright, so I came through this corner. And I took this corner like this, so I guess that is invalid. I thought I had more of the curb, but evidently by looking at this line, I probably have been taking this corner like this the whole way, which is clearly invalid. Okay, I'm not mad about it. That lap was feeling strong until that happened, then I spun, but... I feel this one I don't have to brake. Like, I feel like I'm braking too early there. Ooh, this car really wants to snap sideways. You can really see how in this game they've made the cars a lot more realistic. I mean, I don't know if it's making the cars a lot more realistic or if it's the regulations for 2021 that just make these cars a little more wanting to spin. That's definitely a thing with the new floor rules of 2021 that we see in the beginning was the cars wanting to spin. And for me, this game has been a lot harder to get used to than 2020 was. I've definitely struggled more overall with this game. I think the floor rules have been a problem for me, and I think that, and obviously I'm racing without a braking assist on at all, because before I had it, I think, on low. But I don't really think that's playing that much of a factor into it. I mean, I'm going to have to take these corners slightly differently than I would have in 2020, but I don't think that's really affecting me as much as these floor rules with the car just wanting to take off, because this thing just wants to spin. And I have not figured out the limit of this car yet. That is for sure. So here we go, down the straight, set a new personal best here. Lap 6 in Portimao. Gonna get on the brake hard there. On the brake once again through here. Feeling pretty good about that. Okay. Okay. On the brakes through here. Bit of a drift. We got a Mercedes now that we're racing as well. So, can we beat our previous best and this guy in a Mercedes that's challenging us? Okay, I don't think you go full speed through that corner. I really don't think you do. I really don't think you go full speed through that corner. Struggling today. Yeah, back on track. Oh, God. Absolute disaster. Oh, my God. So. Lap 5 was a solid lap. Advance. Okay. That's what I want to do. So let me check something. All right, so let's see here. If we wait, why does it still say that there's mail to read, my guy? And that doesn't. Podium pass starts in a day. Super license. How's my super license? 4 trophies. Yeah, I haven't killed it with that. All right, so let's do Portimao. So I'm assuming with performance put in line with how it should be for this season, we'll see Mercedes and Red Bull being practically equal. It really depends on the track which car is better. So they should be on a pretty much equal scale. We should see then McLaren third, Ferrari fourth. Who's fifth? One of these two. Assume Alpine fifth. Alpha Tower, your Aston Martin sixth. Seventh should be Williams. Nope. Seventh should be one of these. Eighth should be Williams, right? Is Williams eighth? I think Williams is better than these two. I mean, I don't know if it's purely just... I wouldn't say it's just George Russell. I mean, I think Latifi's done a good job, so this car's got to be the 8th, 9th, and then 10th. So that's what it should be. We'll see how qualifying goes. Weekend structure. We want short qualifying. I want medium weekend. I want a single session for that. Flags and rules. Safety car on. Formation lap off. Okay. That seems good to me. I want to do like a lap or two here just to practice a little bit more. Maybe see how the track is with a car around you on it as well. Do I have flashbacks on? I do. Thank you. Holy shit. That's the wrong way. We gotta go into a race and see if we can get the Aston Martin safety car to come out. I don't know why I'm out here on hard tires. I don't like hard tires at all. And again, this game has made the tires more realistic, so the hard tires are going to be a little bit more difficult to use. But in practice, it puts you out on hard tires in this game for some reason. We're almost half an hour into the stream. We've not done a single race yet. Pretty proud of that. What a corner that's going to be when it comes race time. All right, on the brakes through here. Ooh, the car just pushed wide there. Wow. Hey, the crowd isn't fully crowd. That's funny. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but if they did, I like it. Because I don't think Portimao was full capacity. Oh, God. Because, you know, normally whenever you play a racing game or any sports game, they always have the crowd full capacity. So if they did it on purpose, that's kind of funny. I like it. Get on the main straight, see if it's done that way as well. Yeah. That's interesting. It's those little things that are just kind of interesting little things you might pick up on in a game that they've done. Now, I don't know if they've done any other tracks. Probably not. They're all probably ones that have already been in the game. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see something similar in Imola. Actually, Imola might just be empty. I don't be surprised if Imola is empty. Imola had 0 fans at it this year. Pretty sure that was still a closed door event. All right, I want to go out here on soft tires, do a soft tire lap. If I have enough soft, oh yeah, I got enough soft tires. Just do a soft tire run, see how those feel compared to hard tires. And then we should be able to get on course and do some qualifying. So we got an Alfa Romeo up here in front of us. Holy shit, we went wide. Use a bit of ERS down the hill. Push up onto the straight. DRS now. See if we can chase down this Alfa Romeo in front of us. Kimi Räikkönen. Can we catch him? ERS. DRS. Down. Into the sharp turn. Push back up. Once again, trying to chase down Kimi Räikkönen. We went wide there for sure. I'll take track limits on that one. I'll give you that one, game, for sure, for sure. You can have that. I think I found my way through that corner. I think you gotta push through it. Like, let off the gas, but don't brake. So here we go. We've caught Kimi Räikkönen. Can we pass him easily? Use DRS down the straight. Very, very quick lap. Kimi Räikkönen right next to us. He's going to try to outbrake us into the corner here. Side by side. Kimi Räikkönen locks up a little bit, and we're going to get by him here. We pushed wide that time. And here we go. Down the hill. Struggling with going wide on some of these spots, but we definitely killed it there. Chasing down Räikkönen and passing him. Our first on-track pass here in Portimao. We almost gave the spot back to Räikkönen, though. We almost spun it. Alright, here we go on the brakes. Got on the curb, no. Ah, damn. Alright, here we go. Use ERS again, push down this hill. Carry a lot of speed onto the main straight. And that has it set up nicely for another lap. This is going to be the last lap of practice that I do here. Done a lot of practice. I want to get into doing qualifying and then the race. So qualifying will be a short session, which means it should be one 18-minute session, which you typically, at least for me, I race through, do one, and then go back out with like 4 minutes left and do another one. Ah! Damn. we gotta watch that rear tire on the left side. It's getting very warm. That's what I was afraid of with that tire. Don't want to heat it up too much on our way back to the pits. Damn. These tires are still cooked. Down this hill, that might be a problem if they don't cool off in time. Alright, they have. I was going to say, we're going to go spinning if they don't cool down. And down the straight, not the lap we were looking for at all here in Portimao. I gotta say, I do like this game does show the tire wear a little bit more. The old game really didn't. Alright. We will retire from the session. Sick.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three, who are Hamilton, Bottas, and Max Verstappen. And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One.
Alright, so let's look at the car performance from this practice session. We had Mercedes, Red Bull, McLaren, Ferrari. Then we got Yuki Tsunoda, who's up here, solid spot for him. Fernando Alonso. Got two Aston Martins. So this is kind of the way it should be. You know, we got an Alpha Tower, we got an Alpine, we got an Aston Martin, kind of in that group. Then we got a Williams here, Alfa Romeo, Haas, Williams. This is definitely very fitting. We'll see how it looks in qualifying. I feel qualifying will be a better indicator of car performance, though. Really let us see where each car is, of course. Hard to get a gauge on maybe where Red Bull would be compared to Mercedes, having picked to drive at race as the better performing of the two Red Bull drivers. So it's hard to tell, would Red Bull be ahead of Mercedes? Like, who do they have ranked as the better team? That's the real question that I have. Like, which team has Codemasters and EA Sports, whatever, put as the better team? I mean, it's pretty hard to say which team is better. I guess purely on wins as a team, it's Red Bull, but that's not the whole story. Plus, it's hard for me to say, being a Red Bull fan. I can't. It's hard to entirely go in and say this one's better, but from what I've seen on track, trying to be as least biased as possible, I mean, I feel that Red Bull has had the overall slightly better car. But again, Mercedes has had weeks where it's like, they're still coming. Like, they're still the team to be. And you can see that at, Italy just the last week. Red Bull did not qualify well. I mean, Max to get where he was before the sprint race into third, they had to sacrifice Sergio Perez. Like, he had to pull Max to that spot. And then in the sprint race, you know, Max was able to gain a spot based on Lewis having a bad start. Oh, God. Thought we were going to commit for 2 laps there, but we really couldn't. So, where are we at in qualifying? Qualifying's not necessarily my strong suit in this game. We're the fastest sector 3. That was solid. So Lewis had the fastest sector 1 and 2. We're not that far ahead of Ricardo in the McLaren. You could definitely see Lando Norris sliding between me and Perez for sure. That is definitely potential. So we're going to do another flying lap here. We have 3 sets of tires to use. We're going to use 1 set right here. Of course, whatever... See, Lando Norris did slide in between myself and Perez. So whatever set of tires... Basically the way it works in single session qualifying in the F1 game. Whatever set of tire you set your fastest lap on is the one you use to start the race. So right now, those last tires would be the ones I would use to start. Do I want to start with those tires? No. I did a spin, heated them up, messed them up. I definitely don't want to use that set of tires. So I'd like to use, well, hopefully I can put in a quality lap here, but the way I hit that curb, that's not going to be quality. Somehow that's still green up there. Not sure how. It was a bit shit that turn. On the brakes hard through here. Definitely been the corner that I struggle with. Probably second most getting into braking in this track. I think this one's definitely caught me out a lot. God damn it. I'm going to use a flashback because I can. This corner's definitely caught me out for sure. That's the benefit of having the flashback. Sometimes you can say, okay, I made a mistake. Let me try this again, because I could easily tell what my mistake was in that corner. Got into it a little too hot and messed it up. All right, here we go. Down the straight we go into second. Still half a second behind Lewis Hamilton. Holy shit. All right, so I'm going to return to the garage right here. And let's take a look at...
Track is quiet right now. Let's get out on track while it's clear.
what we got going on. Why do you say this? Huh, okay. I looked over at this live stream and YouTube has said monetization not available. It doesn't say that it's claimed or anything, just says not available. Alright, so
We're 12th in the speed trap, 197.4 miles per hour.
let's accelerate this time. Perez into third. Ricardo fifth.
With qualifying qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top 3.
This seems like what you would honestly kind of see from a grid. Max, Lewis, or Lewis and Bottas, Perez, Max, you know, that's your top 4. Mercedes and Red Bull. Leclerc up there, Lando Norris up there, Pierre Gasly would be up there a little higher. Daniel Ricciardo, Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso. Like, I'm not surprised with the top 10 at all. That's a relatively commonplace top 10. Bottom here, Alfa Romeo, Haas, Williams. Not surprised by that bottom. This is a pretty solid grid that we have. All right. I don't know how many laps Portimao is, but I'm 17 laps. Okay, so it's a pretty short track, obviously.
It's race day once again, and we're moments away from lights out and the all-important sprint towards turn 1. Welcome to another Formula One Grand Prix. So Portimao features 15 turns over the course of its 2.9-mile length. 9 are right-handers, 6 are to the left. And this is a track with a lot of uphill action, which only accentuates the importance of getting those exits right, especially at turn 4, where a good line can present opportunities to pass on the way into turn 5. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
Well, the throttle goes both ways, Crofty. You've got to have the discipline not to try and win the race on the first lap. So always be prepared to lift early and give those around you more space. Trying to be the last of the late breakers with half a dozen cars around you may pay off from time to time, but it's also a great way to lose your front wing.
This man's out.
Minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front.
Store brand Lewis Hamilton, like, bruh. Most of the drivers, you got pretty good modeling of their face, but what are we doing with Lewis Hamilton, guys?
And Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Ocon, Sebastian Vettel.
They did bet on one other driver. I forgot who it was.
Russell, Raikkonen, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Mick Schumacher, Latifi, and Nikita Mazepin.
I forgot who. There was one other driver that it wasn't great. I know Hamilton's is the worst, though. Like, come on, guys. Can't get that together.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
All right, here we go. Ooh, Perez with a great start there. Sergio Perez takes the lead into turn 1, passing both Mercedes, and now I'm going to try the same move here. And it has worked out beautifully. Both Red Bull cars into the top 2. Second row, really, really working out there. What a start. A dream scenario there for the team, taking 1-2 past the Mercedes. Right after turn 2. And a lot of contact there with myself and Hamilton. A lot of contact into the side of the car. That's got to have done some damage. I know Lewis lost a little bit of his end plate there on the front of the car. Slowing down the whole field. Perez already with a 2-second lead here. He's just gone. Lewis is going to have to pit there with that damage. That's going to hurt his race for sure, unless we get a safety car, which could put him right in a prime spot. But with the way that was not good for him into that corner. We can just sort of chill here in second place. That's not really a problem for us. We can just sort of chill here. Do the teamwork here and get the team win. That's the thing. If we can get a 1-2 for Red Bull and Portimao, I would be happy with that. Of course, we put this car right on the edge of fuel, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that throughout the race. We're going to have moments that we just got to lift and coast here. There'll be some moments we just got to do it. So I put it on 17.1 laps, and there's 17 laps, so some of these corners just save a little bit here or there. Good bit of fuel saving. Something that I have learned in video games throughout the years of how to save fuel pretty well. I used to do it in the NASCAR games quite frequently. Back in like NASCAR 14, NASCAR 15, like I used to save fuel a good amount in those races, so something that I've learned to do throughout the years, and I feel like I can do pretty good at it in a game like this. So Bottas is closing in on us. Perez already with a 5-second lead. Definitely closing on him a little bit through that corner, though. That was a good last sector there for us. With the fastest sector 3 of anybody. I don't know if Bottas came in and beat it, but the real question is, can we chase down Perez and beat him? Like, I'm going to find that difficult, but his lead was 5, and now it's down to 3.9. Like, the more I get comfortable with this track, like, I'm feeling pretty good here in race conditions. I wasn't super confident in practice, but you know, lots of times putting in a single fast lap is something that I struggle with. I don't necessarily put in fast laps in practice, fast laps in qualifying. But when it comes to the race, lots of times I feel like I can work my way forward. I can work my way through the field. And something here like this, we've got by both Mercedes, and we've been within about 4 seconds of Perez the whole time. Definitely feel more confident in myself when it comes to racing than practicing and qualifying. Put it that way. A little wide through there, but not mad about it at all. I guess the best way to figure out which car they have the highest performance on is going in and making a new career mode and seeing who they have in what spot. So Bottas is close. We're in a tough spot here. You know, we're gonna box in 2 laps, I think. It's either lap 7 or lap 8 we're boxing, so I don't know where that puts us, but let's say 14th. 14th, okay. Not a brilliant set of corners there. Trying to look at some of these graphics, and that really messed me up trying to see where it said I was at.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
It's not what I wanted. A battle with Bottas.
As things stand, we'll be second in the championship.
Bottas just got us in that corner. Nothing we could do about it.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
I don't know what I just did. We can get Bottas in this corner. Yeah.
Some time grip around. Box. We're coming in this lap.
Ooh, what a move. What a move. Bottas got us there, but we got him back. Few bad laps has put Perez way ahead of us. So we gotta pay here on lap 8 though. Alright, this should help save us a little bit of fuel here now.
Go. Exit now. We're racing on the exit.
Sainz has gotten ahead of Bottas. Oh no, he's still. I was gonna say. Yeah, because the Ferrari's further down. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say Sainz got ahead of Bottas.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Gotta have a strong outlap here. Russell making the strategy work to go long on mediums. Bit of an interesting pick there. But, you know, something happened with the safety car coming out. He would definitely be in a good spot with that, for sure.
Sergio is in the pits.
Damn, Paris has a big-ass lead. Alright, so Bottas still chasing us down here. Got to cover off Bottas there with that move. Pretty sure that was all on Bottas, that move. It looked like it was. I don't even think I did anything wrong there. I was trying to get back on track, and yeah, you can see my steering was fairly straight. Look at Bottas, and he's... I don't think that's either one of us doing anything wrong. I think our lines were just different. I took a wider line. He took a, you know, shorter, maybe more racing line for him. But... nothing necessarily wrong with either line. I've crashed, taken off my front wheel. Start from here, yeah.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Bottas had an all-out great race battle with me going for a good period of time, but
0 seconds.
wild thing was both of the Mercedes cars I had issues with at that same exact spot.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Damn, that went well. Push just a bit wide there. Just a little bit. Push Leclerc out. Don't give him any space. He doesn't need it. Perez now with a gigantic 11-second lead. He's got this race locked up unless something happens with his car or a safety car comes out and we try to dive bomb into the corner. But I think for the most part, Perez has this race locked up. This chair is terribly uncomfortable.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Terribly uncomfortable.
There's a gap of 12 seconds between you and the next car. Let's push now, see if we can bring that time down.
Hamilton's worked his way back up to 5th, though, after having to pit early for front wing damage with us, which is solid recovery for having to replace your front wing. You know, pit stops helped him definitely make a few passes and catch up. And, you know, being in the Mercedes definitely puts you in a spot where you can go a little faster to catch the back of the field. Obviously, it would be the same in a Red Bull. But then, you know, pit stops. Everybody else really helped him definitely get back in this game. So, good to see his race didn't get completely destroyed. He can honestly still fight for a podium. As you see, the Ferraris just don't have the pace to keep up with us.
The car behind has started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to
Did for a little bit there, but just not enough pace to keep up with the faster Red Bulls here. And the Mercedes wouldn't, you know, having a Mercedes there did help. Having Bottas there was a gap between. Could keep Sainz and Leclerc a little bit more in the fight, but not necessarily what we need to see. And by that I meant Hamilton coming through the field. I was on something else. Because see, Hamilton coming through here creates a problem for me. You know, if he can stay blocked up there behind at least Sainz, that lets me try and keep these fuels down. We got a problem with an Aston Martin back there. Aston Martin must have slid off the track or had a little bit of a spin. Let's go back and review that. Lance Stroll with a bit of a spin here behind the Alpine of Fernando Alonso. Just a bit of a problem there, bit of a spin. Nothing that won't be recoverable. Sainz and Hamilton still having a good battle behind us. Hamilton getting by, though, has helped the Mercedes driver now be able to start chasing us down, which means we can't keep up this pace of being just a little bit slower, a little bit more cautious with our fuel through some of these corners. Because we're going to have the Mercedes bearing down on us. Instead of being blocked up behind 2 Ferraris. And that drift out of that corner just put Hamilton in second place.
You can win that place back.
Yeah, we can. Not concerned, not concerned. take it back in that corner just like I did against Bottas. Down this hill, we're going to start pushing very hard with the ERS. Just keep the speed going through here. Lewis is going to have DRS on this straight, so we're going to have to stay right here. Don't make a move until he makes a move. Come to the braking zone. Brake, 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 brake. No way he's going to get back around us there. 2 laps around Portimao. Or 3 laps around Portimao. 15, 16, and 17. Lewis going to have DRS down into this corner, but we're going to be able to brake side by side with him. Have the preferred spot. Kind of just keep him wide there a little bit. All right, that's fine. We'll recover from this, nonetheless. Get the power down. Nothing that Lewis can do here. He cannot get by us in this corner. Going to take the very, very aggressive approach and just try to block him as much as possible and do not let him by. Perez with a 19-second lead. Block off Lewis there. Here we go down the straight. Sainz, Hamilton, both going to have DRS on us here. Hit the curb there. We will keep the lead of this battle. Of course, second on the podium at the moment. First place, really not obtainable. So we're just going to try to hold this spot. A little wide there. Very wide there. Not a little wide, very wide. So obviously rain will not be a factor. This race will be over in about 3 minutes. $10 to 15 minutes for the rain to come here in Portugal, in Portimao. Down the hill. Sainz way back now. All we got is Lewis battling us in a fight that we should be able to win. Lewis got pole here in Portimao. Sainz had Perez had a brilliant start from from third place. He was able to get by Lewis and by Bottas easily into the first turn. And then as for me, I was able to get by into the second turn by both of them. Very unpredicted start to have both Red Bulls fly by the Mercedes when we did and where we did, but it happened. Perez took off. I was not able to keep up with him here. A little bit of contact with Lewis taking off his wing early, causing him to have to pit. And then Bottas got spun later on after pit stops. Nobody was going to chase down Perez here. He's going to win the Portuguese Grand Prix. The first race that I'm ever going to do here at Portimao. And the first on the channel. We're going to come around here, go down the hill one final time, then head back up onto the main straight, up the little hill here, and cross the line for P2 in Portimao. Lewis flew by their driver of the day, Carlos Sainz.
It's a performance that our Portuguese Grand Prix winners can be justifiably proud of. And I'm sure there'll be celebrations tonight. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart tonight?
Yeah. Got that 1-2.
As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining
Absolutely
consistently
amazing.
over a stint, over a race distance.
What a race. That track's a pretty fun one to try.
Still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tires. That's really where the race was.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently.
Yeah, what a podium.
See that they've put in the work, and they should be proud of the victory they secured here.
So,
Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Carlos Sainz certainly wasn't someone to scoff at.
let's take a look at what the game thinks the car performance is, though. That's what I'm curious about. What does this game say for car performance? So if we go here to single player career, we're going to make a new... We're going to do a driver career. We're going to skip to F1. We can do a real season start. Is this up to date with Italy? Or not? Oh, we kind of just gave up after Belgium, it looks like. I think this game's just like, how do we do half points? They just gave up. Understandable. All right, start from beginning. Full season, use recommended settings. Start with selected options.
Let's create your driver. And now let's focus on your driver's look.
All
Last
right.
but not least, we need to decide which team to sign with.
So
Choose
this
here,
game
as once you reach F1, the team you drive for will expect you to deliver appropriate results.
has Red Bull first, followed by Mercedes, followed by Ferrari. A little shocking there. I think that the McLaren's slightly better than the Ferrari, but okay. We have AlphaTauri as fifth, followed by Aston Martin, Alpine, Alfa Romeo, Williams, and Haas. I do feel that you can probably switch McLaren and Ferrari and get away with it. And you can probably switch Alfa Romeo and Williams. I'd flip those two, but besides that, yeah, let's see. I wouldn't necessarily agree with their rating, that's for sure. But yeah. Why does it still say we got mail, fam? Why is it still saying that? I read your messages. I seen it. Goddamn. Either way, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys in the next one.